So it's just gone 6 o'clock, and Bradford have put a tweet out saying that, that at 6:15 there's going to be a pitch inspection from. Good afternoon everyone, and welcome to a new video on the channel. It is Friday the 29th of December 2023, and tonight we're heading over to West Yorkshire for Bradford City versus Stockport County in League 2. Now this one has the makings of an absolute cracker. There is expected to be around 20,000 people, which for a fourth tier game is absolutely immense, really, isn't it? Especially for a night game as well. So expecting a great atmosphere. So let's just hope that this one lives up to expectations. Let's get into this and let's head on over to Bradford. So here I'm in Bradford, and going into this game this evening, Bradford are currently in 10th place in the League 2 table, and as much as it pains me to say as a Motherwell fan, Graham Alexander is actually doing a pretty decent job with them so far. They were really struggling before he came in. It was maybe even looking as though they were maybe even going to be in a little bit of a relegation battle, but he's turned it around, and now they're heading in the right direction towards the playoffs. So it's going to be interesting to see if that continues. I maybe guess certain managers suit certain clubs, and that could be what's happening here with Graham Alexander. I mean, only time will tell, of course, but in opposition tonight is Stockport County, who are top of the league, 50 points from 24 games. Not much else really needs to be said, really, does it? Absolutely flying just now, and obviously it's only their second season back in the Football League, but they've soon readjusted to that. Obviously at the end of last season, rather heartbreakingly for them, lost out in the playoff final to Carlisle United, but they've soon recovered from that, and they're looking good to put that right this season without even the need for the playoffs. But I think this is going to be a cracking game tonight. I mean, I might be wrong on that. Sometimes games like this can build you up to let you down a little bit, but as I said earlier, a good 20,000 or so expected inside Valley Parade tonight. A good contingent of those from Stockport, so I certainly don't think there'll be any issues with the atmosphere. And obviously, as we said, Bradford banging form just now and surging up the table, while Stockport looking good for promotion. So I reckon it's going to be a close one tonight. I think it's going to be close. I don't think either way the outcome's going to be that much of a surprise. I think the only surprise would be if there's an absolute hammering dished out either way, but as I say, I don't think that's necessarily going to be the case. But I've got to say, I do like this stadium that we're coming through tonight. Before I had my channel, I have had one previous visit, which was back in 2017 when they played against Bristol Rovers, and I really enjoyed it that day, and I'm sure under the lights and what have you, yeah, it's going to be absolutely cracking tonight, so I can't wait. But for now, I'm going to find somewhere to have a curry, then we will head to Valley Parade and find out how it all unfolds. So it's just gone 6 o'clock, and Bradford have put a tweet out saying that at 6:15 there's going to be a pitch inspection from the referee. I mean, someone from the Stockport media team, I believe, has put a picture up of the pitch, and to tell you the truth, it looks like an absolute cabbage patch. So it just really does raise a question. Bearing in mind there's a lot of Stockport fans already in the city. I mean, granted, it's not like there's longer journeys you'll do over a season than Stockport to Bradford, but surely like this could have been done earlier in the day, just out of common courtesy and common sense, really. As you know what I mean? I mean, just because it's not that long a journey doesn't mean that it's right to leave it this late. So I've got to say, really frustrating. It looks as though I could have come all this way just for a curry, which by the way was very nice, but yeah, really frustrating. Just weighing up at the minute how much time would I realistically have to get down to Huddersfield. Not entirely sure, but there you go. Well, they are saying game on, which I guess is good news, but let's see how long that lasts for. So even from this high vantage point, you can tell that there is quite a bit of standing water in various areas of the pitch. The time now is 57 minutes past 6, so what's that, 48 minutes before the game is due to start. I mean, fingers crossed there's no further rain and what have you, but yeah, not the most ideal situations. So Stockport are coming out to do their warm-up. I think they're going to be in their usual blue home strip this evening, still waiting on Bradford. So now Bradford are out to warm up, and I assume you could call their kit claret and amber, while we're on the theme of Motherwell, with Graham Alexander of course being the former manager. Anyway, I'll see you when the players are coming out of the tunnel ready to start the match, unless there is any further development in terms of the match actually going ahead. Half-time, Bradford City 0, Stockport County 0. If you watched my video from Borough Rangers versus Heaton Stannington in October, you'll know that night I'd said that I thought the game was going to be a cracker and ended up completely jinxing it, and I'm a little bit worried that I've had maybe the same effect here. I mean, granted, the pitch is quite heavy, and that is pretty notable, and there's really not a lot between two sides just now in terms of form and what have you, and I think that's maybe showing a little bit as well. Stockport had but the best chance was in the early minutes, a little bit of pinball, Bradford fill-ins, cleared the lines, and was eventually fired over the bar, and obviously had one ruled out for offside as well. Bradford, say the best chance was the one that went sort of narrowly wide of the post, but there is still time for someone to break the deadlock, and obviously as a neutral at this game I would like that to happen at some point, but as I said, it's been pretty tight. They've pretty much cancelled each other out so far, if truth be told. 3 minutes ago for this to endure. Full time, Bradford City 0, Stockport County 0. Well, that was a bit of a waste of time, wasn't it? Really questioning why I decided to come all this way over here on a Friday night just after Christmas. Yeah, just it's all a waste of time. I mean, at least the curry was good before the game, but can't say I enjoyed that, and I'm just really not enjoying football that much at the minute, I've got to say. I think the only thing I'm enjoying at the minute is about my football and the way I do it is Gateshead away games. The games I'm going to as a neutral at the minute are terrible. Motherwell are terrible at the minute. The international stadium's toxic, so yeah, it's been really terrible of late, and I can only apologise to you, the viewers, on just how absolute shit that this channel has been since Madrid, if truth be told. I think I left something in Madrid and it's just all gone to potty since. It's just been really, really poor, and it almost feels I need a bit of a reset button, because I thought I turned the corner after a poor season last season, but this season's getting just as bad, if not worse. So yeah, it's just it's not good at the minute, and I can only apologise if you are still watching the videos. If you're not, then obviously you're not seeing this, but if you do stumble across it, then don't really blame me if you don't want to watch many more, because it's just the channel is just an absolute joke at the minute. And that's the cut and dry of it, as I seem to say a lot. But in terms of the game, I think yeah, it was I think of the 3-0-0s I have had this season, I think it probably was the best of them. I mean, I know that's almost like saying, what's your favourite out-of-date yoghurt, you know what I mean? Yeah, I think Stockport in many respects tonight maybe showed why they're looking good to, at a bare minimum, achieve achieve an automatic promotion spot at least. Bradford, yeah, it's going to be a long-winded process for them under Graham Alexander. I think be interesting to see what they do in terms of recruitment in January. I think Stockport, to their credit, did manage to keep a pretty prolific Andy Cook quiet tonight. They threw on the Dane Oliver to try and get the goal, but it wasn't to be for them. But I think maybe some people have been expecting that result tonight because you obviously got Bradford banging form, Stockport top of the league but away from home, so maybe it's not that much of a surprise, the result. I mean, I was personally expecting a draw. I mean, it would have been nice to have had a score draw, but you know, it is what it is. And ultimately just got to forget about it and move on. And that is that for this video, and I'll be back tomorrow with Darlington versus Scarborough Athletic, which is another big game actually. Scarborough absolutely flying at the minute, managed to get themselves into the playoff spots, whereas it's been all change at Darlington. Josh Garland has been sacked earlier this week, and it's potentially the start of a new chapter for them. So it's going to be an interesting one at Blackwall Meadows tomorrow. But until then, take care, cheers for watching. Once again, I'm so sorry for how bad the videos are at the minute, but I'll see you later.